Okay, I will continue with my story. So, after my father died, I I felt something very profound the 2 weeks before he died and 1 week after, because we do shiva 7 days after a person dies. We stay all the family together, and people come. They don't have to say they come; just know we'll be there, and they come, and it's a very profound, very good Jewish tradition. So this 2 weeks before he died and the 1 week after he died, we were all the family, all the sisters, I have three sisters, and with their partners and kids, and we were just one family for 3 weeks together. It was an amazing experience. I just felt that we are all connected, and I felt that we are participating in something that is bigger than ourselves. And for me, it was a deep, spiritual experience. And this dying of my father was dying of my parents, just took the ground away from me, and I just I fell into the pit, as I felt in chaos, like Jordan said, and I had to make sense of my life. And one thing for sure, I made a decision. I wanted to be a better person, which is a funny decision, but this is what I decided to do. And I went on a on a journey, and I admired. I read Deepak Chopra and this all Indian philosophy, which is also Buddhistic, and it really gave me a sense of connection. And I read all his books, and I went into it. And well, my sister's husband, he began listening to lessons that there's a place where it's called Machon Meir, where rabbis they give lectures, and they do it on they film it, and they post it on the web, like a YouTube, and the thousands of lectures there. And he introduced it to me, and I began learning about my culture, because I was raised in a semi-traditional Reform Jew home, but no real understanding of our Jewish culture and philosophy. And I worked in Jerusalem. It was 3 hours drive, two and a half hours drive each way. So I had a lot of time listening to all these lectures, and it really it brought me home. That means I connected to my own tradition, and I understand that my contribution to the talk is through my tradition. And this is very interesting. That I think that the postmodernist approach was a destructionist phase, but a crucial phase, because it had some very good distinctions or understanding that objective truth is impossible to impose. And I don't. This is what it says, and I believe there is truth, but now I understand that this truth is always will be at least one step ahead of us, and what we have instead are good placeholders that in time we have better placeholders that help us navigate in this world, and that it's keep getting better, but we never get there. I think truth is something holistic that only God can hold. And well, I want to address a couple of basic things that I've learned, and I agree about the nature of being, and about God and ourselves, and our relationship eventually. So, well, I want to make another introduction. I think that the language, as Wittgenstein said, we were bewitched by the language. It's a theory about the world, the language. And I know 3 languages. I know Greek, not very good, but I know Greek. I can talk because my mother was Greek, and my grandparents lived in Athens, and we went and visited them every summer. So I know Greek, and I know the Greek mentality. I know English, and my father was British. His parents came from Russia to England, and he was born in England, and he made Aliyah to Israel. So I am very deeply in the British culture, and I know Hebrew because I was born in Jerusalem, and this is my mother tongue, as they say. So I have this luxury that I have 3 different takes or theories about the world, because every language has its own theory about the world. Let me give you an example. In Greece, if you meet someone and they say "pedakimu," which means my little boy. So every stranger, he is this little boy. So it's a very friendly and close relationship, which is in the language. And so I want to tell about some of Hebrew words, which I think reveals some of the basic traditions that's in the Jewish way of being. Well, first of all, the Bible is written in Hebrew, and it was a dead language. And when the Jews began 100 years ago to come back to Israel, they also made the Hebrew, they rose it from the dead. And now everybody in Israel, not everybody, but a lot, Israelis and Jews and Arabs also, everybody talks Hebrew, and it's amazing phenomena. So, well, I think this is for now. We'll catch up later.